Hey everybody, Ben here from Cinderblock Studios, and this week I kind of just want to go on a little bit of a tangent about why I hate step-by-step tutorials. Stick around. So I want to start by saying that those who do a step-by-step art tutorial, I don't want to hate on you, I don't want to call you out personally, and I don't want to say that the advice you're giving is wrong. It's not. Step-by-step tutorials are fine, but I don't like them, and personally I don't do them. And I want to talk a little bit about why. So, step-by-step tutorials teach in a very specific way. They teach you draw this line, draw this line, draw this line, or paint this shape, or use this color. And at the end of the day, you have a finished drawing. Let's say, hey, let's draw Mario, or Spider-Man, or Iron Man, or draw a tree, step by step by step. And that's awesome, because now you know how to draw that thing. But that's the limitation there. You know how to draw just that thing. And you know how to draw it in just that way. You know how to draw this line, and this line, and this line, and this line. So you can do one character in one pose, and you can do them over and over and over again, but it doesn't really teach you how to draw. It doesn't teach you how to do any kind of foundational techniques. It doesn't teach you anything except how to draw that one thing. And that's why I don't like step-by-step tutorials. So that's a fairly simple, to-the-point kind of moment, but it's like, we can take this a step further. So I don't like step-by-step tutorials. I don't do them. I do what I have sort of come to call technique-based learning. Like, there's a lot of places, I would say almost going back to the step-by-step thing, that are sort of this get out and have fun night things. Have a few drinks and paint something. And I actually almost got a job at one of these places. And honestly, to this day, I'm very glad that I didn't, because it's that sort of step-by-step learning, is you can paint that one thing or you can draw that one thing. My focus is always technique-based. It is always learning the reasons why you're making this pencil stroke or this brush stroke. A technique can take you a lot further than a step-by-step. And that's why I sort of teach in the way that I do. So when you're watching a tutorial from me, or perhaps another YouTube artist, I think it's worth kind of making note in your mind, is this a tutorial that is step-by-step, or is this a tutorial that is technique-based, foundation-based tutorial? I think it's important to sort of catalog those for yourself and know where you're really making a step to learn how to draw and paint more stuff. I think that's really what bothers me the most about step-by-step tutorials, is because it doesn't actually teach you anything. It doesn't teach you how to work with your brush. It doesn't teach you how to use your head, so to speak. A step-by-step tutorial means you can follow directions. A technique-based tutorial means that you can think through the problems and solve the problems for yourself. So I know video-wise for this week, this probably is a little more simplified, probably more like a vlog, probably not really what you were looking for this week. I do apologize for that. But I wanted to at least bring this up. I mean, I could have probably tweeted this and gotten the point across, but I feel like it was worth making in a video to talk about that difference, that distinction, step-by-step or technique-based. So as much as possible, you're not going to see a step-by-step tutorial from me. I try in many ways to avoid it. And now there are certain elements to a sort of follow this step that I actually do apply in technique-based tutorials as well as in my live shows. I'm like, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it. But that very idea of this is why I'm doing something is why technique-based tutorials are better, I think. Step-by-step tutorial won't teach you why. It won't teach you to do it differently. It'll teach you to do it that way. And it's okay, I can do it that way. And your friend's like, hey, can you draw Mario facing this way? And it's like, no, I can't, because that's not what the step-by-step tutorial was. So I think the tip that goes along with this would be cautious of what you're watching and be cautious of where you're learning. because I think it's very easy to be entertained by a step-by-step tutorial. I think it's very easy to be entertained by any kind of art video. But if education is not your focus, if you're not going to learn something, then you might just be wasting your time. So, for more interesting, I would call this almost like a behind-the-scenes almost video this week. But I got behind this week, so sorry. So this is all I've got. But yeah, look around for different types of tutorials. Don't just follow one. And that's sort of my little tip for this week to coincide with my vlog slash rant about this topic. So subscribe for more. Consider supporting on Patreon. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this or learned something in it, because learning is better than enjoying. And this has been Cinderblock Studios. I'll see you guys next time. So the backup to this, a lot of people have clicked away at this point, but I wanted to mention this. So the studio actually partially flooded last week. So that's why, for the most part, don't have anything done. But I've got at least one new tutorial in the works, as well as a time-lapse drawing coming up. So look forward to those things. Also, eventually, I've got at least 2 or 3 videos for Sketch Every Day, at least in the planning stages. So sometime soon, I promise. Just not this week.